Just got to be a little quick introduction here for these teams, but because they are ready to go in the lobbies. So Spectres with I believe it was a sweep in game one in their first week matchup, and the Elite Inc. Losing a tight series 2-1. Um, with Squiddy having a beautiful last second goal that kind of felt like it was almost a little bit accidental, but managed to kind of pull out the win, but not unfortunately not the series win. Um, for the rosters, we are going to have for the side of the Elite Inc. Naxi, Squiddied, and Vivo, and on the side of Spectres, Mel, Daniel, and Lights Out.
This is definitely gonna be a thrill of a game. I mean, Spectres have been looking very good so far. They've been playing very coordinated, but you look over at Elite Inc., they've been playing very like team oriented, lots of passing plays. So I mean, I'm really excited to get into this match. I think Jack, if you're all good to go, I think we're good to let the players know that they can join. So with that being said, hopefully everybody joins the correct teams. It has been a bit of a day so far. And with that being said, all the players have hit the pitch. And soon enough, we get on with the kickoff.
Spectres versus Elite Inc. is going to start off with Naxi with a beautiful kickoff. Going to take it a little bit in the offensive half, but Lights Out, we'll get to it before any of the Spectres can. Or sorry, before any of the Elite Inc. can. I got the rosters backwards in my head. Vivo is going to clear this out, try to get this past Daniel. Will be able to get a second touch on it, and Squiddy is going to try for a shot, but just flashes across the net. Naxi with another centering attempt, and Vivo is just going to take this wide.
Squiddy's going to end up going up in the air with the ball. Isn't able to get the second touch out mid. Mel's going to try and dribble it around the defense. Vivo's going to be right there. Daniel's going to end up getting the clear out. Mel hopefully looking for the center as Vivo is right now a little bit awkward, but so is Mel. I mean, this is coming out very, very strong. I would say probably stronger than the first match, but a bit of a mistouch from Squiddy. Isn't able to get it fully out, but Vivo's going to be right there. And Mel with the stealing pinch. It's just going to go right in.
That's even better than a ceiling pinch. That rolled up the wall and nestled in the corner of like kind of where the wall meets the ceiling. So that was not necessarily the easiest shot to pull off, but he does so, makes it look easy, and it's 1-0 on the side of the Spectres.
You say that Squiddy's going to end up looking to take the ball down to the Spectres half, but it's going to get cleared up to the side. Vivo's going to be up, does get the touch, might have messed Dan up, but Dan's going to recover very, very well and get the clear out, but it's going to stay in their half right now. Vivo's going to get the touch pass, Lights Out. I believe Squiddy might have disconnected. I believe Squiddy has disconnected right now, and it is going to be 2 on 2v3 as yeah, Squiddy's still down over there, so we might end up having to take a pause here. Yeah, as we give time for Squiddy to reconnect. So far, this is looking like a really great game.
Yeah, both like good back and forth action. You don't have it's not too many goals. Like it's not like it's a sloppy defensive showing, but a little bit back and forth, good opportunities. I do just want to highlight. There's Squiddy had a save, and the ball is still moving center, trying to get it cleared. I believe Mel was the one who's centering it, and Squiddy got there, met a 50, but the ball was still kind of moving towards the open net, and Vivo had a little bit of time, a little bit of patience to clear that out. And I just do want to highlight that it can be sometimes hard to kind of have the patience, kind of sit back and let your teammate go for it. but Vivo did, and it ended up paying off for him because rather than double committing and going behind Squiddied, Vivo was able to wait, and then Squiddied got most of it, and Vivo was able to clear it away before any of the Spectres were able to get a goal. Keeps this game 1-0, keeps it tight. Still anybody's game. You know, it's been 2 minutes. There hasn't been a goal, but still, it feels like any that could change at any moment.
I mean, absolutely is. Right now, we are looking to hopefully pull up the rules page now that pausing has been introduced into the game. I hope the rules page was updated. Um, there will be no time change. It will be restarted at kickoff, as we are still hoping to see when Squiddy will join. Hoping to see if we can get an update from any of the players on Elite Inc. But yeah, I mean
Yeah, but
that
it's also fortunate that they didn't concede during that either, so we're at an even playing field and we can start up, kind of get back to a neutral state. But these things happen, you know. I come from a world of Rainbow Six Siege, which has plenty of rehosts, so a little bit of network connectivity issues is something that I have unfortunately been very, very used to. So
yes, right now we haven't got an update on Squiddy. Hopefully we do end up getting him back. I mean, I have been, like you said, you were, Siege, lots of connectivity issues. I come from a background of Apex, which is a lot of people not getting into to lobbies. So I also know having to restart the lobbies and all of that. So right now, we still have a couple minutes left for Squiddy to hopefully get in. I mean, I will say, just as well for other people, we will be having an announcement about weekly recap streams. They hopefully will be coming to you guys shortly. Not today, but hopefully shortly, as we will get an announcement. So go ahead. I believe !Discord. If not, the Nightbot does post it occasionally. Go ahead and join up. We'll get weekly recap streams up and ready. We'll talk about what's going on in the league, what kind of trades happened, any major wins, as well as a top 5 clips of the week from all the players that are in this league. So it'll be hosted by myself, Zyrek, and the wonderful Drakpack.
yeah, I can't wait. Our first one will be tomorrow. Scheduled for tomorrow at 6 p.m. So we'll kind of go over week 1 a little bit, bridge version, but kind of go over the week prior and then highlight what we're looking forward to for the week following. Doing a little bit of catch up. So Friday will be week 1, and then moving regularly on to our regularly scheduled showing will be Mondays at 6 p.m. as scheduled. But enough of that. We're back.
Back in the game.
Squiddy's back. Kickoff. 3 minutes to go. Spectres up 1-0. But the Elite Inc. are looking to change that. Unfortunately, this will mean that Squiddy's stats do reset. But we will kind of have to learn to manage that in case he had any saves. Not quite able to get to it. Maxi, awkward touch, but he's gonna pop it just over the head of Mel, I believe, was going for that. Can't quite get the goal. Fortunate for the Elite Inc. Daniel with a touch. And I couldn't even see if he got a touch that. I thought he whiffed, but just a beautiful little redirect. Oh, okay.
I don't think Daniel
That is,
touched that.
I that is definitely some net code. I think Lights Out got robbed there. Lights Out will be credited with the assist there. We'll need to get that's like the World Cup where they had to break out the sensor in the ball to tell that Ronaldo didn't hit it. So we can take a look at that a little bit later. But I mean, man, that just the faintest of touches.
Hold on, Drac. So I'm gonna cut character here because I'm gonna thank Artemis for I think that's what it 5 gifted. I'm gonna go ahead and thank Artemis for that real quick as Vivo gets it off the crossbar. An unfortunate touch, isn't able to get any more lower on it. I mean, Vivo might end up getting it in, and Vivo actually ends up getting the goal back. So, Vivo, you end up taking it. You still get your goal, and it's not off the crossbar this time.
Daniel, a little bit up a creek without a paddle, 0 boost, caught throwing the reverse lights on, and that's gonna cost the Spectres. They're still in the lead 2-1, but a little bit more of a cushion gets removed, and that is going to be rough. But oh, from the ashes, just absolutely rejects 2 Elite Inc players, and the ball's gonna go the other way, and he's gonna get the goal. What
That
a
is
complete
phenomenal.
side to side or half to half showing from his own net all the way to the other side to get the goal. Incredible.
Absolutely a really, really good shot from Mel, as Mel's going to look to try and get a bit of a setup going, but Naxi's going to end up denying it. It's going to go right to Vivo. Vivo looking for the sidewall, isn't able to get it, but Squiddy's there, and it's a great save from Lights Out.
Yeah, the easy ones are not going in. These were supposed to be goals. They're supposed to be easy shots, you know. An open net's supposed to stay open, but you know, the Spectres think the Spectres are really good, I guess, at making you think they're beat, and then ultimately coming in at the last second, turning around, getting a counterattack. That one didn't necessarily go their way, but you know, you got to worry if you're any players playing the Spectres that don't all pile in for the open goal, because that could leave yourselves open to a 2-goal play. Centering attempt now gets dropped. Naxi, another shot off the crossbar. Squiddy can't get it down, and that will do it for game 1. Spectres will take the 1-0 series lead.
Absolutely, Mel with a whopping 2 goals. I mean, so I want to say it's funny that Daniel has 1 goal on 1 shot, but I feel like that should have been Lights Out. If that went in regardless, I feel like that should have been Lights Out's goal.
Yeah, Daniel just breathes on the ball, and that's enough to give him that goal. But Lights Out, you know, performing relatively good with 2 saves. But we have to shout out Mel once again with the savior. 2 goals. He's doing everything, and that's what you need out of your uh, highest rated player. Mel being a 245, not necessarily, you know, your crazy 270s, 280s you see, but you know, not a slouch either, and can show up when you need him.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I this was a very, very phenomenal game. A really good goal from Vivo. They do need more like that. There was a couple opportunities, but it ended up going off of the crossbar, and unfortunately, Mel was able to counter attack and ends up getting that goal in. Um, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think the lobby crashed. At least that is what our producer has told me. I have crashed out of the lobby. I don't know if that's for everybody.
I have as well, and we believe that we're gonna relaunch the lobby, get everybody in here as quickly as we can. Uh, seems to be having a few issues with the lobbies. Bear with us through our turbulent technical difficulties, but we will get back into the action as quickly as possible. It looks like the Spectres get in here relatively quickly. We are waiting on the Elite Inc. now to join us. Yeah, but that game, like Spectres, Spectres I haven't seen play, but they look to be a very, very counterattacking team with this roster. Just, you know, like 2 times felt like Elite Inc. had easy goals, but all of a sudden you see a Spectre come out of nowhere, rob them, and then go down the other side and have a chance the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. They are focusing a lot more on counterattacks. Their defensive play is good enough for them to focus a lot more on once we save it, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna score. And that's exactly what they've been doing. They've been making wonderful saves, they've been getting the ball out of their zone, and they've just been putting as much pressure as they can on Elite Inc. As I believe we do have everybody back in the lobby, so we are gonna get everybody back on. Um, I might. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I'm gonna thank Dragoni and Norm for subbing with Prime because those two are amazing people within this league. As we get started on the kickoff,
Vivo is gonna get a high touch and bring this to the side of this Elite Inc. The Sappers. Oh boy,
wrong team.
Sappers aren't even playing. I don't know where I brought them from. It's the Spectres. I need to cast the Spectres more because I can't. If I call you the Sappers, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Uh, Daniel, leaving it for Lights Out, who's gonna toss this center a little bit awkward off the corner, but the ball that's gonna be open, and Speedy can't quite get around to getting it out. So 1 goal early. Mel with a beautiful shot that's just a little bit mishandled by Squiddy.
I mean, also a really good bump from Daniel stopped Naxi from being able to get any sort of clear onto that ball. As Elite Inc.'s going to start their counterattack. The net's open and it's going to go wide off of the post.
I think our allotment of post hits were definitely not meant in that Kings game. So Naxi gonna get his goal back. Gonna equalize this, so no harm, no foul. But that game one as well, we had quite a few post hits. It felt like so. The QRLS budget for post hits is being met thoroughly as we move on now 1-1. Mel getting a touch and bringing this to the corner. Squiddied. Oh, looked a little dangerous, but Mel was able to make it awkward for him. Vivo gonna get up and get this clear, but Lights Out's gonna be there, and Squiddied with the save.
Well, guess who's right there to counterattack? Mel is ready to follow up almost any ball that gets put into the wrong spot by Elite Inc. I mean, that's phenomenal placement. Mel has been playing so well this series. I want to say I hope to see more, but that might be too much to ask right now.
Yeah, Vivo and Naxi just got caught up field, but Vivo's gonna equalize relatively quickly. A whole 15 seconds after Mel picks up a goal, Vivo's gonna go the other way and equalize. Hey, but that previous goal there, Naxi and Vivo getting caught upfield, and it just felt like Squiddy was focused on getting it out, which was definitely the right thing to do, but you gotta be a little bit more careful with where the ball goes when you're the last man, especially if you're gonna commit that hard. So 2-2, some mistakes on both sides, and once again it comes down to who can make fewer. Vivo gets bumped, but able to get on the ball. Lights Out will beat Naxi to it, but almost left the door open. The ball will go the other way. No harm, no foul. Mel's going to try to get the center, but he'll leave for Daniel, who tries a shot, but does not go.
I mean, right now, the entirety, like, I won't say the entirety, but a good chunk of the goals from Elite Inc. are simply just by throwing it off to the backboard and following up that shot. Whereas with, the Spectres, they're focusing a lot more, like we said earlier, on counterattacks, on putting as much pressure as they can on to the side of Elite Inc.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Vivo trying to get some more offense there. Won't quite get to it. Daniel with a flip reset on his side of the field. Um, will get it clear briefly, but the ball's going to go straight back into their half. 2-2 is leveled. Squiddied Vivo trying to put some pressure on to get this ball centered. Lights Out's going to take it and roll it up over the Fennec. And the ball will get out of the offensive half for Elite Inc., but will go straight back in. Elite Inc. not letting the Spectres breathe. Daniel attempting 2 touches off the wall to get this clear. Lights Out gets caught a little bit too far up. He's got to wait for this ball to come to him, but he's going to go for it. Now Squiddy tries to get it under, but Lights Out diving to prevent that, and he will successfully do that. Mel's going to get the center, but Vivo is there, ready to clear. Naxi going for it. A little bit of an awkward touch. Lights Out will get to it, but can he get it centered? He will to Mel, and Vivo will pick up a save.
I don't know about you, Drac, but I am really looking forward to hopefully seeing another Lights Out fake. And the reason why it was very funny to mention it before was that the fake happened on our producer. So that's why it was a little funnier to talk about it, as Lights Out was looking for it. Definitely looked to try and fake the side of Elite Inc., but Dan's just going to take it up. Mel's going to bang it down. It's going to drop down, but I hope they can read it as Naxi gets a great clear out to the Spectres side.
Lights Out, carry this to the side wall, leaves it, but none of the Spectres are there to go for it, so Elite Inc. will take care of business. It'll get cleared out, but Naxi will prevent it from getting too far. He will get demoed, though, and will this go the other way? No, Elite Inc. will continue on the offense. Centering attempt, Lights Out will clear it. Gets to the side wall, but Vivo will get there. A touch by Daniel, gets credit for the save, gets a savior. Vivo trying to go for this, can't quite do it. So Daniel and Lights Out will team up to get this cleared, gets it over Squiddy. Lights Out with the last second goal. Vivo making sure that doesn't happen, but Mel's going to keep it up. 50-50 will bounce to the ground, and we are in overtime for game 2.
This is what I wanted to see between these two teams. I mean, Elite Inc. has been looking very phenomenal right now. Just within their series that they played, they looked very, very dominant, as Daniel's gonna sneak it right under Vivo. I was about to say that the Spectres also looked very, very dominant in their series, so I'm kind of excited to see it overtime, as a really good shot from Daniel. Very good placement. Made sure that Vivo didn't really have much of a chance. As we look at here, I mean, Daniel has the savior, gets the game-winning goal, and we can't talk about the Spectres without talking about Mel. I mean, Mel has been playing phenomenally both games.
Mel just always finding a way to get those crucial goals. Daniel getting a goal that's no one will deny this time, and it will get the MVP of this match. Elite Inc., a little bit unfortunate to lose that, but it's just kind of how things crumble. It's just the Spectres had their moments, had their aggression when it counted, and they were able to capitalize. Versus Elite Inc., it felt like they were just pressing and pressing and pressing, and it just wouldn't go. Lights Out also with 2 saves, 2 assists. He's going to be looking to get a goal here. Maybe make up for his game 1 goal that might have gotten a little bit robbed, but Elite Inc. is going to be looking to dodge a sweep. Spectres are going to look to make that happen. Divisional matchup has implications as we go into game 3, can the Spectres sweep, or can the Elite Inc. claw a game back here? Game 3 underway.
Stay that off to a really hot start as Lights Out's going to get a really good touch. Going to try and put it back towards the center, but going to take the 50 onto Naxi. A very high shot and a good save from Squiddy. I mean, it looks like they were going to try and fight a little bit over the boost, but Mel is going to maintain good control. Gets it past Naxi. Can he get it past all three? He can't, but Lights Out's there, but nobody's there to shoot on the open net.
A little bit unfortunate. Squiddy will pick it up. Tries to get it past, but Mel standing resolute, standing firm. Obvious contender for MVP of this week, but Daniel will pick up that save as Naxi tries to squeeze one in the near post. Vivo's gonna keep this in, and Maxi's with the shot, and Lights Out is gonna bump both of his teammates, but Elite Inc. unfortunately cannot capitalize. And it's gonna go the other way. Vivo has got to prevent calamity the other way.
Yeah. As you say that, an unlucky shot from Lights Out gets the redemption goal, but an unfortunate misplay as all three defenders were just a little too far up for Elite Inc. And they're going to take it 1-0 right now with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left. I mean, this is already starting out very, very strong for the side of the Spectres.
It just felt like both sides were trading mistakes, where Lights Out had the bump and then almost an own goal, and the Elite Inc. were trying to pounce on a counterattack that Lights Out was just able to lob it over everybody. Once again, can Light Out do it? Daniel with the miss. Unfortunate open net. Mel trying to see if he can get it back, but can't. Vivo tosses it to Lights Out, who's gonna hit it wide. Vivo centers to Naxi without barely a touch, but puts it on target. Gets saved though. Squiddy trying for the near post. Lights Out is there. Vivo trying to get it up past Lights Out. Will do so, but a little bit too much power.
Lights Out ends up taking a 50 onto Naxi. Naxi was hoping, I believe, was looking for the reset as this is going to float down. It's threatening, and Naxi's going to take the game, take the goal, and tie it up for Elite Inc. A little bit of a misplay from Mel. I believe he was looking for the flip, or was hoping he had a flip. But then again, you never know with Rocket League, because flip resets at this point for me are random.
Rare misplay by Mel. He's not gonna do that many mistakes that often, so when he does, you really have to punish. But 1-1, tight game. Not perfect Rocket League on either side, but it is still good Rocket League nonetheless. Squiddy with a shot, Lights Out, getting up to get the save. That's, I believe, his second of the day. He's currently the front runner for MVP this match. Should the Spectres win with 1 goal, 2 saves off 2 shots, he's performing really well. Mel with 2 saves as well, and Daniel with 1. 5 saves on the side of Spectres. I mean, 7 shots to 5. Elite Inc. has 7. Spectres have 5. So Spectres numerically is doing really well, but it feels like Elite Inc. might have more pressure. Squiddy is gonna get this out, but Mel's gonna keep it in. Ball's gonna lob all the way back, and Daniel's gonna have to pick up the pieces. Vivo with a shot attempt, Mel there for the save.
Dan's gonna end up getting demoed by Vivo. Squiddy's just gonna take control of it, try and slow the play down, but that's not what they need right now. They need to look to speed it up as Daniel with a great save on 0 boost, might I add.
Yeah, Daniel kind of created his own emergency there, but able to take care of it, able to save it, so no harm, no foul there. 0 boost, always a little awkward. Mel's going to try to get this centered on the reset. Can't get it to a Spectre, so Daniel will have a crack at it. Vivo, quick clear. Lights Out loses the 50-50, and the ball goes all the way back to the Spectres' back wall.
Yeah, as Mel's gonna end up getting that Hunter boost, an unfortunate mistouch, but it's gonna go right back to Vivo. And Vivo was looking for that redirect back towards the open net. 50-50 is going to come out. Mel's going to end up clearing it. Dan's going to take a touch. Squiddy's going to put it back. Right now, I won't want to say it feels like they're playing ping pong with just how much they are passing back and forth as Squiddy almost with an amazing shot attempt. As Dan just takes the boost and is on his way.
Both teams trying to lull each other to sleep. Squiddy, though, reminding us that these teams are still trying to score, but with 2 seconds, 1 second, ball is in favor for Elite Inc., but it's going to get bounced down, and we are in overtime for Game 3.
Yeah, as the kickoff's going to look like it goes towards the side of Lights Out. Bebo's going to end up 50ing him out and just not letting him maintain possession, as Squiddy's going to end up centering this ball. Naxi's there. Naxi isn't able to beat Mel, as Mel ends up getting the 50 out towards the center. And the Spectres are on the back foot right now, as they don't have a lot of pressure in towards the other end. A team bump came out from the Spectres, and that looked very, very threatening.
Daniel trying to make something happen. Vivo there on the clear. Mel's going to get the center, try to bump Naxi, can't quite do it. Squiddy, he's going to try for the dribble, but he's on 0 boost. Just trying to fake it, buy some time, but Lights Out's going to pounce on it, try to get the center. Vivo will get the touch, beats Mel. He's going to fall back. Daniel goes for it, whiffs. Mel will get the touch before Naxi can, and Lights Out's going to fire onto an open net. Can't quite get to it. A little bit of a tough shot, a little bit of a quick shot, not a long opportunity, but still Lights Out making it close. He's got to hit it off the back wall. Demoed by Mel, or Mel got demoed, excuse me, so which caused a little bit of a stir, but Mel's back with plenty of boost, gonna go for it, gets bumped up. Lights Out trying to get the touch, can't quite do it. Ball's gonna get cleared away, but not before Daniel's able to put this back. Centering attempt, Squiddy and Lights Out got race for it. Mel will stop it from going all the way the other way. Demo onto Squiddy. Mel's going to get the center. A little bit too high for Daniel, but he's going to keep it center. Naxi trying to get this over. Mel's going to rob him, but the ball's going to start bouncing, and Elite Inc. are pouncing on it. Can't quite do it. Ball's going to bounce middle.
Yeah, Vivo's going to end up putting it back towards the side of Squiddy. Daniel's going to end up meeting him there on for the 50. Can Lights Out get the open net? And he does! Lights Out might have gotten a goal taken, but Lights Out is going to MVP on this match. So, I mean, that is phenomenal. Lights Out might not have looked the best in the first game, but Lights Out looked phenomenal game 2, as well as game number 3. Look at this stat line.
Yeah, Mel and Daniel both with saviors. Lights Out, 2 goals, 2 saves off of 3 shots. And really, that's just kind of the tale of the tape. That's the story. Mel was very solid, hard to play against. On the side of the Elite Inc., you just have to highlight, it's the amazing play. That game, too, felt like that should have maybe gone Elite Inc.'s way, but overtime is fickle, and one mistake can cost you. So we will be looking to get an interview from the Spectres. But an amazing performance, a crucial performance. That's going to set the Spectres up with the sweep last game. That's going to put them on 12 points, and sweeping a divisional rival got to be big. So
Absolutely. It definitely does feel the best when taking out a team that's in your division, because you know that you are going to end up placing a little bit higher than them later on in the standings, especially if it does go head to head.
especially, but not over yet. These teams, again, once again, will see each other in week 10. So gotta make sure that you don't rest on your laurels. You can't pat yourselves on the back too much, because the um, the Elite Inc. The way that game goes, they could have the ability to sweep you right back. So you gotta be on top of it. Got to make sure that you're performing. You're getting better every day or every match week at the very least. So to prevent you from just kind of slipping back down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if we're getting anybody in for the interview. Nobody has joined any of the calls, so I want to say we'll leave it at that. There's definitely some talks going on between the teams after the game, but everybody stay tuned for tomorrow because tomorrow we have another doubleheader. We've got the Rangers versus the Sappers at 8:30. Oh, do we have where? I believe he's now okay. So we do have him in here. All right, we will
Hello.
we will get somebody
We
in
got
for the
him. We
interview.
got him. All righty.
Hello.
Daniel, how you doing?
Really good.
All
Just
right.
3-0.
The crucial question that everybody's gonna ask: that first goal, did you think you touched it?
No. I didn't know till the replay.
Yeah, we didn't know until it said it was your goal. I just had to highlight, had to poke some fun. You get the sweep against a divisional opponent, not completely clean, 2 OTs, but 6 points this game, 12 across your first 2 weeks. You know, is there any team you're looking at that might stop you, or are you gonna go all the way with this thing?
Mm, I was just looking at my Hammerheads preseason, but I don't know about now though.
Nice. Again, you're playing with Mel and Lights Out, so it's my first time kind of casting you guys. Is that a roster you guys stick with, or is getting Dragony in there, the captain? Like what? This match I feel like was really kind of really showcased all three of you and what you guys can do. So what do you feel is your greatest strength when you're fielding this roster?
um, I think our greatest strength is just me being a nuisance for the other team. I can challenge. I can just stay in their half. I I can just do stuff with my car. I just make sure that they don't get past me, and that just keeps Lights and Mel free to do their stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna toss this over to Zyrek.
Well,
Thanks, buddy.
obviously, my big question was about that goal, but I do want to talk to you. So this is gonna seem very biased, but I'm gonna talk to you about next week. Next week, you guys face the Speed Demons, an out of conference team. What do you guys think? What do you think your game plan is gonna be going in towards that game? And no,
Mm,
I'm not gonna relay this back to my own team. If
sure.
if they want to watch
Um,
the VOD, they can.
nah. Uh, Probably just a bunch of scrims that team. We're gonna watch. Well, we've been watching replays. Well, at least I've been for the teams that we play for the week. So we'll look at your replays and see what we need to do. Right now, we don't know.
I mean, the big crucial thing is if Zyrek's alone in front of the net, but he's facing backwards, everybody out is cleared.
Listen, it was
Uh,
one time, man. It was one time.
uh, First time for everything.
Just giving you, just
You're
rustling
just
you,
give,
just
yeah.
harassing you.
We also we're gonna have a special guest in here. We're gonna have the we'll let Dragoni, the Spectres captain, join in here.
The go.
Mainly because he messaged me and said, "Can I join?" So
Should I tell my sub?
Hey,
yeah, your guys'
plan
sub
next
is
week is
joining.
to smoke Zyrex pack. That's the whole plan. That's all we're gonna do.
Well, we'll find out next week. I don't know if I have any questions left for Daniel or Dragoni. I mean, Dragoni, I haven't seen you play. If you play next week, it's over. I have no idea how you play.
I'll dust off
Dust
Rocket
off
League.
the
I'll pick it back up.
controller.
It'll be freelo, absolute freelo.
Absolutely. With that being said, Dragoni, Daniel, actually, Drag, do you have any more questions for either of these two?
Oh, I'm just sitting here enjoying the show. I can't wait to see you guys play week 3. I'm hoping if I'm available, I will cast it. If not, I will definitely be in the stream because that one will be a fun one to watch. But yeah,
Alrighty, Dragoni, Daniel, thank you so much for joining us today in the booth. Congratulations to you two for congratulations Daniel for the win. Dragoni, it's your team, so I gotta congratulate you as well.
I pick
But
talent so well.
that's true. Congratulations to your wins. Tomorrow we've got 2 matches up for, not up for grabs, but that's gonna happen. We've got the 8:30 p.m. Rangers versus Sappers, and then the 9 p.m. Hammerheads versus 3 Rocketeers. I have yet to see 3 Rocketeers or Hammerheads play, so I'm very excited to see that match. My name is Zyrek Drakpack. Got any last words for us?
yeah, Hammerheads, watch out for Joe Papa, 135, but he will go for anything.
Absolutely. I've seen Joe Papa play quite a bit, but I believe if that is everything, thank you all so much for joining us. If you want to join the Discord, go ahead and type !Discord. You can talk around with some of these wonderful people, like even our producer, amazing person Flix. And with that, everybody, take care and keep it quick.